Welcome, fight fans! On a vibrant spring night, April 26, 2025, London's iconic Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was transformed into a battlefield. Thousands of fans packed the arena, buzzing with excitement, waiting for a showdown many had been dreaming about. Chris Eubank Jr. defending his IBO middleweight title against the fierce and hungry Conor Benn. Two fighters, one title, 12 rounds of high stakes. The tension in the air was electric. You could feel the weight of history and pride pressing down on both warriors as they prepared to leave everything inside the ring. This fight wasn't just about winning a belt. It was about legacy, family pride, and proving who was the best in the middleweight division. So, buckle up, because we're going deep inside every round, every punch, and every moment that made this fight unforgettable. Chris Eubank Jr., son of the legendary Chris Eubank Sr., was no stranger to pressure. Known for his slick boxing skills, powerful combinations, and tactical mind, he entered the ring as the reigning IBO middleweight champion. Eubank Jr. had fought some of the best in the world, proving himself time and time again. Opposite him stood Conor Benn, a young, fearless contender with a legacy of his own. Son of former welterweight world champion Nigel Benn, Conor carried the fire of a rising star, with an aggressive style that thrilled fans. He was determined to claim the middleweight crown and carve his name alongside the greats. As the bell rang that night, two legacies clashed. The question was, who would rise? Round 1, testing the waters. The atmosphere was tense as both fighters entered the ring. The first round began with cautious movement. Eubank Jr. used his jab to keep Benn at a distance, testing his opponent's reactions. Benn, known for his aggression, tried to close the gap quickly, throwing powerful hooks and uppercuts. Eubank Jr. was patient, moving fluidly around the ring, countering Benn's advances with sharp combinations. The crowd was already roaring. This was the start of a tactical chess match. Both fighters measured each other carefully, aware that the fight was a marathon, not a sprint. Round 2. Benn turns up the heat. Conor Benn came out stronger in the second round. He pressed forward, landing hard shots to Eubank's body and head. Benn's aggression started to shake the champion's rhythm. But Eubank Jr., calm and composed, adjusted his defense, using footwork and quick counters. The tension escalated as Benn's punches found their mark, but Eubank's precision kept him in control. The crowd was electric. Every punch echoed in the stadium like thunder. Round 3, Battle of Wills. Round 3 was intense. Benn continued to push, showing heart and determination. He threw heavy hooks and powerful combinations, trying to break through Eubank's guard. Eubank Jr. responded with clinical counterpunching, landing sharp jabs and crisp crosses. The fighters exchanged fierce blows in the center of the ring, the atmosphere charged with suspense. Neither fighter backed down, both understanding the importance of every second in this championship bout. Round 4, Eubank Jr. takes control. Eubank Jr. began to find his rhythm in round 4. His jab became more effective, and his combinations started to flow smoothly. He controlled the ring's center, dictating the pace. Benn tried to maintain pressure, but Eubank's tactical skills and sharp counters slowed him down. The crowd watched in awe as the champion displayed his boxing IQ, landing clean shots while avoiding danger. Round 5. Benn's resilience shines. Despite Eubank's control, Benn refused to give up. In round 5, Benn showcased his toughness, absorbing punches and retaliating with fierce body shots. He tried to cut off the ring, forcing Eubank into close-range exchanges. Both fighters battled fiercely, and the energy in the stadium was electric. Benn's grit kept him in the fight, but Eubank Jr.'s skill was undeniable. Round 6, some midway point drama. Round 6 was a pivotal moment. Eubank Jr. increased his output, throwing crisp combinations that began to wear down Benn. Benn continued to attack with his signature aggression, but signs of fatigue started to show. The crowd was on the edge of their seats as the two warriors battled like gladiators. Eubank's precision and Benn's heart made for an unforgettable middleweight clash. Round 7, Benn's comeback attempt. Showing immense heart, Benn rallied in round 7. He landed a few powerful shots trying to shift momentum. Eubank Jr., however, stayed calm under pressure, using his jab and footwork to avoid major damage. The round ended with both fighters trading heavy punches, a dramatic display of courage and skill that had the fans shouting in excitement. Round 8, Eubank's strategy prevails. By round 8, Eubank Jr.'s experience shone through. He controlled the pace, landing clean counters and avoiding Benn's biggest punches. Benn's aggression was still there, but his punches were less effective as the champion's defense tightened. The energy was electric as the fight approached its final rounds. The tension and suspense in the arena were palpable. Round 9. Final stages begin. As the fight moved into the later rounds, both fighters knew what was at stake. Benn pressed forward, trying to force a finish. Eubank Jr. maintained composure, picking his shots and controlling the ring. Both fighters showed signs of fatigue, but their willpower and determinations kept them fighting fiercely. The crowd cheered wildly, knowing the outcome was still uncertain. Round 10. Battle of Endurance. Round 10 was a test of endurance. Benn tried to turn the tide with heavy shots, but Eubank Jr. responded with skillful counters and precise punching. The champion's control of the ring frustrated Benn's efforts. The atmosphere was electric as the fighters exchanged punches in the final minute, each round becoming more crucial. Round 11, the penultimate push. In the 11th round, Benn showed flashes of brilliance, landing some heavy punches, but Eubank Jr.'s tactical approach and defense kept him out of serious trouble. Both fighters dug deep, showing incredible heart. The tension was high as fans prepared for the decisive final round. For round 12, the final battle. The last round was a furious battle. Benn gave everything he had left, trying to sway the judges. Eubank Jr., however, remained composed, landing clean counters and controlling the ring. The bell rang, and both fighters raised their hands in respect, exhausted but proud. The decision was now in the hands of the judges. The judges' scorecards came in unanimous, 116 to 112. 116 to 112, and 116 to 112. Always all in favor of Chris Eubank Jr. The crowd erupted with cheers as Eubank Jr. was declared the winner and retained his IBO middleweight title. It was a hard-fought battle, a true test of skill, heart, and determination. This fight wasn't just a victory for Chris Eubank Jr., it was a testament to his boxing skills, his resilience, and his will to defend his family's legacy. For Conor Benn, this fight showed the heart of a champion in the making, a fighter who will be back stronger. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of 2025's most thrilling boxing matches, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more detailed fight breakdowns and inspiring stories from the world of boxing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next fight.